La la la.
Nastacia, Lauren's gonna mic you up real quick. We want to do a Q&A.
Okay, no problem. Probably want to know who the I am. So that's, okay. I'm doing this now then. Let's do it. I need a bad bleep. Addison Rae.
From the stars, I came from the stars. Ship me out this way, you know I feel it in the miles, yeah. Calm it down, run the shit with ya. Keep my focus and you know I'm always up to fire.
She knows the deal, get in this bed, me man that's still. Picking them out and I'm knocking them down, busting them nuts with affinity rounds. When she gon' miss me, I'm leaving her now. All she has the wind.
So, Nastacia, how did you end up in Hollywood?
I ended up in Hollywood because of this very room that we are in. We are currently in James Madison University's production studio, where I originally was an anchor for our news show on campus. I took all of that media training that I learned in this room, and I got an internship in LA, packed my things up, drove across country, and I never came back.
What are some of the types of content that you consumed growing up, or like experiences that you had that really got you kind of interested in celebrity culture?
You know, all the important stuff, like keeping up with the Kardashians. Definitely The Simple Life with Paris and Nicole Richie was 100% my jam. I think I was very heavily influenced by the idea of fame and was very caught up in the whole paparazzi, red carpet, cameras flashing moment that was the early 2000s, and I knew I wanted to be a part of it.
So how do you feel like that reality TV in the early 2000s that you just spoke about shaped how we view social media today and how we use that?
I mean, if you watched Paris Hilton's documentary, you can see that she literally created like the selfie. So I think that their obsession with themselves created a whole world of showing off. I think like now more so than ever, people are clout chasers. People care about designer, you know, where you're vacationing. People love to just stunt on the gram. So I think that they definitely influenced everyone's use of social media. But for me personally, I always thought of it as a place to not only be personal, but just create a separate identity. You know, it's like social media is not real life, and with Behind the Filter, I want to show people that social media is not real life. Things are staged. It's just as fake as watching a movie.
So what's your perception of like new age fame through social media and influencer culture?
I think that the idea of putting your best face forward and showing the best of what you have, the best shoes, the best cars, the best makeup, you know, hanging out with the best people because you have a whole squad of influencers, like the Hype House, showing your best assets as far as like stunting in a bikini. Like there is such a fixation on what we look like and what we have, and how much money that people think we might have with social media, that I think it's definitely detrimental to these 15 and 16-year-olds' mental health. And I really want to go behind the scenes with these creators to talk about what the pressure to keep up and to keep creating and to keep, you know, showing people what they've got. You know, what does that do to a person? You know, they can't just have like a normal day, wake up and eat breakfast. It's what video am I posting today? What picture am I gonna post? So I am interested to find out what it does to these Charli D'Amelios and Addison Raes of the world.
So Nastacia, tell us more about what exactly Behind the Filter is and why you started it.
Well, first I want to move this table if that's fine, because I just want to like lean. But anyways, the reason I decided to start Behind the Filter, I guess I should say what it is. It's going to be a new age multimedia company that focuses on influencers, TikTokers, and YouTubers. I think that traditional news outlets, the big entertainment news that we all follow and know and love on TV that I've worked for in the past, are just kind of out of touch with the younger demographic that is on TikTok and does watch YouTube and consumes those media channels. I don't think that traditional media outlets are focusing enough on these new age celebrities. They are, you know, some of the most famous and most followed people in the world, and no one's covering them. And I think that we want to know how David Dobrik is making millions of dollars. I want to know how Emma Chamberlain has a $3.9 million house. I want to know what it's like to wake up and decide that you're going to go skydive today and your followers are going to watch you. So Behind the Filter is going to be covering all things on the internet, and I'm really, really excited to have a younger audience feel like they relate to what we're talking about.
So, Nastacia, how do you plan on using your connections that you've made to film Behind the Filter?
Well, I love a good finesse, so we're definitely going to be finessing some people on the show. I have been in so many different situations I never thought I would be, on red carpets and mansion parties with different influencers, all these actors, and I just know that anything is possible, and I am not sticking to a script. I'm not following the rules. I'm gonna make it happen. So it is up to you guys to let me know who you want to see on the show. Let me know who you want me to interview, and I'm going to make it happen. I do have some connections in LA we're definitely gonna bring on the show, but whoever you wanna see, let us know in the comments down below. If you're dying to know more about your favorite influencers, make sure to give us a like and leave a comment suggesting who we should interview next. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials and subscribe to our channel for more stories behind the filter.